It is said that the history of a nation is often written on the back of the horse. And though today wars are not won and lost on horseback, horse riding carries its own legacy, especially with the president's bodyguard. Here, a horse, like its master, must be a multitasker. It has to be an adept polo pony, has to excel in equestrian sports, and of course be a part of the ceremonial parade with precision and disciplined poise.
The horse is capable of performing a wide range of movements in many types of paces. Some fast, some slow, some majestic, some nasty. Like in our case, you have a horse, now, as of now, what you've seen during the 26 January Rajpath parade. So he's going in a trot, in a cadence, and it all appears so calm. The same horses you've seen here in the evening, playing polo. So it is the willingness of the animal and our training that puts them in this massive transformation from a parade to polo.
When a wild horse enters the presidential estate, it has to be trained for riding with patient communication and training to enter the ranks of the president's bodyguard. It begins with lunging, where it is taken through the paces, starting with building up strength and endurance to learning to trot, canter and gallop. The trainer spends hours with the horse teaching it body and voice commands in this circular exercise.
एक जानवर के साथ हैंडलिंग करना, उसको सब कुछ सिखाना, ये भी काफ़ी खतरनाक है क्योंकि वो जब अनजान आता है माउंट, तो न तो उसे ये पता होता है कि मैंने क्या करना है, इसमें मेरे को चोट लगेगी या मेरे राइडर को लगेगी, वो खुद भी टूट फूट कर लेता है और अपने राइडर को भी तोड़ फोड़ लेता है।
While the horses go through rigorous training exercises, the raw recruits are not far behind. Under the watchful eye of senior trainers, these youngsters perform exercises which allow them to move fluidly on the horse. Because as part of the president's bodyguard, they too must learn to master the horse, harness the synergy between soldier and this powerful animal.
The horse is known to be a great leveler because it doesn't really bother to flatter anyone. It can as easily throw a young raw recruit off its back as it can a proficient senior officer, which is why training a horse, understanding it, getting it to do what you want to do is not something that can be done in a lifetime. It is said that it often takes many generations to become a master horseman.
For Lieutenant Colonel Grewal, a sixth-generation soldier, understanding horses and being privy to their secrets is something he has mastered with a poetic passion. His relationship with his horse almost seems sacrosanct. Both are trained to be so attuned to each other that the nerves of this horseman and the sinews of his horse communicate like no language ever would. Every emotion he feels, be it zeal, hesitation or aggression, is picked up by the horse.
I belong to an old family, and we've, over the last 6 generations, produced soldiers and farmers. So either you are tilling the soil, a son of the soil, or you're serving your country.
Centuries-old cavalry training exercises designed to develop cavalry skills have today evolved into competitive sport. Trick riding, which involves the standing salute, tent pegging, and hanky picking all come with a strong sense of tradition and legacy passed down through generations of the president's bodyguard. Here, the soldier and his horse indulge in these as a test of his horsemanship, physical skill, grit, and perhaps even a hint of chauvinism.
it's an act of sheer violence. The horse comes down a strip, breakneck speed, no checks, no reins, no holds. And the rider leans out. He leaves his saddle, he leans far out, he reaches out for a hanky, or he goes down with a sword or a poke, and with precision, unerring precision, and full faith in the horse, is able to pick that peg.
Now you see them, now you don't. They go flying over those vertical spreads, double and triple combinations. Man urging his horse on, or is it vice versa? Soldiers like Sajjan Kumar and Ravinder Singh have for some time now found themselves among the medal winners of international show jumping and equestrian events, including the Asian Games.
मैं बुसान एशियन गेम 2002 में गया। नेशनल ग्रेड 2 जीतने के बाद मैं बैंकॉक इंटरनेशनल शो जंपिंग के लिए और सियोल KRA कप एक होता है, उसके लिए मैं इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट किया।
Another sport that's fast, aggressive and is every officer's passion is polo. In fact, when royal patronage disappeared, it was the Indian Army and more specifically the President's bodyguard that is believed to have repatronized the sport. Some history books even suggest that it was Lord Mountbatten who took the initiative and encouraged polo as a game for the President's bodyguard at the time of India's independence.
In split seconds, the entire complexion of a game turns around. And it turns around not because of the rider, but because of the horse.
It is said that a good polo pony must have the docility of a lamb, the swiftness of a show jumper, the speed of a racehorse, and the endurance of an Arab steed. Of course, as no one horse can have all these qualities, all polo ponies are trained extensively for anything between 2 and 3 years.
So essentially it means channelizing his muscles, his skeletal system, and everything in the faculty of your horse to connect with you and the game and with other horses on the field to get that whole act together.
As part of the elite Red Berets, the regiment has been deployed at the world's oldest, highest and coldest battlefield, the Siachen Glacier.
श्रीलंका के अंदर में 9 पैरा कमांडो के साथ था, अम्बूश लगाना, cordon and search.
Many of these troopers have also done a stint in the jungles of India's northeast.
ड्राइविंग हैं, राइडर हैं और ऑपरेशन ड्यूटी भी करते हैं, ग्लेशियर वगैरह भी, इतनी जगह जाने का और पैराट्रूपर भी हैं, इतना चांस कहाँ मिलता है।